What's up YouTube, it's your boy JP on the keys and it's 2 Easy Better video today. And we got episode 2 of Fred. You guys really loved the first episode, like 5,000 views in a week. Not mad at that. I'm definitely not mad at that. But this is episode 2 of Vision of Heaven. Check out my gaming channel. I just dropped the video on my gaming channel today, and check out my true crime channel. I just dropped the video on that channel today as well. So check it out. Without further ado, let's get to this, man.
It's going. Run, 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 run. Jump off. Do you like that?
Such a calming show. This is such a really chill show. Like some people watch it like at noon or like 2 o'clock in the afternoon on like PBS or like something like that.
At the end of the last installment, we left Fred Dibner, the Bolton steeplejack, working in his backyard shed on the rusted wreck of a traction engine he'd just bought. His old steamroller, which he had geared to drive his machinery, had itself taken 14 years to do up, and a number of visitors who had witnessed that saga dropped in to see the beginning of the new one.
That's a lot of work for that steam engine, though.
When we did that firebox over there, I went in local ironworks and said to my man, like, you know, have you any Reviters left? And he said, all the good Reviters are dead. So I said, well, have you not got any not so bad that are retired, you see? And he said, yeah. And he gave me names and addresses of 2 people. And I went seeing them, like, and one of them, like, he were a bit, you know, getting on a bit, captain full strength man, you see. And he came down here, you know, just about, and sort of learned me, you know, a bit about the job. So that's how we ended up with all nice, beautiful stairs on that other one. Like, there's a great big patch in the other side, you know.
Yeah, I've seen that. This here as well.
Wow, well, that's favourite, you see. All that plate's all one big piece.
Yeah.
And I think it was like near brew time when they made that one, you know.
Oh Lord, that kind of... Yeah, that scared them. The moving parts.
A build-up of pressure, why steam engines should never be left unattended, because it's in the rule book, that. Because they set off on their own, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That one just did.
Sort of be alright now when it's, you know, got rid of that, the belts come off again.
Yep, just your whole job
Next
is...
day, Fred went to fit a weathercock on a church up in the hills.
Just climbing ladders and doing steam engines. That's your whole day.
Mending church spires, you know, is nice and peaceful. Sort of, you know, there's nobody mithering you and there's no big wagons racing round bottom of church spire, and things a lot quieter and nicer, you know, and you forget all about the bloody world outside, you know, where everything's racing about like lunatics. Some of these church spires, they very hard to get up, like there's all sorts of gargoyles sticking out of them, and you can soon knock some off, you see. We don't want to do it like that, you know, like the vicar wouldn't be pleased. In the very olden days, you know, like these fellas who wanted to do something for the glory of God, you know, like stuck up a bloody great church spire. majority of them round where we live are, 1870 odd and 1880s and round about that Victorian era. Most of them were erected by colliery owners and mill owners, and I think they built them to pave the way into heaven. They weren't all bad men, but they lived on other people's misery, didn't they? Everybody working hard, digging bloody coal in a slit underground 2 foot thick, and sort of they lived in, in beautiful mansions, the few that made everybody else suffer.
That's a beautiful view from up there, though.
Do you like it?
It's very nice.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Oh,
How long did it take you to make?
oh, about 3 days, a lot of sawing round here, you see,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
drilling holes, like.
Yeah.
And then we couldn't get any gold leaf, you see. So Mr. Jordan got us some, which, helped the job out.
Well, where did you get it from?
Off some painter fella who's got some, hanging in store, like. Right, Donald, let it go.
It must be a pretty
Yeah.
precious commodity these days, wasn't it?
£12 a boot now.
Is it really?
Yeah, there's now, when you can see it's only paid.
Right.
Well, it's less than paper thick, and it's not very good quality neither compared with what they used to have in the olden
Yeah.
days. But it'll still
be all
last.
right. It'll be all right.
Oh, it'll last for 20 years.
Will it?
It'll still be twinkling
It'll
about.
be our time.
Right, well, I'll go
All
up
right.
there now, and we'll see whether it spins round right or
All right. Do a bit of repair job on those louvers whilst you're at it.
Yeah, well, they're all rotten, them top uns.
This is really satisfying to just watch him do this.
Sometimes when you're, halfway up side of the tower, where you're climbing up the ladder, bang, bang, bang sort of thing, and bloody great pigeon will come zooming out and nearly knock you off sort of style. Whatever I'm climbing up, I treat it with the greatest of respect because I know the damn thing will kill me if I don't. I'm going to fall off and rattle down the side of a big church spire and break a few fancy bits off on my way, more than likely. And, I'll be no more. It's like half a day out with the undertaker.
Has he got any colours?
No.
Nothing at all.
Get to rely on it too much.
I always think, what made you decide to do this? Were his parents doing this? Was his dad
I
doing
believe
this?
in God. I sometimes have a feeling that he might know me as, that's him who climbs up these, my church spires. Sort of some days he don't like me, I know, when it rains. You drive 20 miles to a big chimney and just get there and get up the top and the heavens open and you might as well have stopped at home in bed. Whereas, on the other hand, he don't let me fall off and things of that nature. Or drop anything and kill anybody,
Right.
My wife, Alison, says to me, you'll never fall off, there's somebody watching you somewhere. She says, I'm better off up there than I am on floor, as you might say. Because quite often I trip over things on floor. Hey, send it up.
Complex, now the pulley system.
What a style. I once made Gabriel blowing his horn, but we made the horn part too narrow and the bloody thing fell off in a storm. So now it's a bit unbalanced and when it's blowing hard it spins round like a windmill. Wonder a lot about what happens to you after you're dead, But I don't know. There's lots of people with more brains than me who, think that there is this wonderful place somewhere. My sort of ideal of heaven would be somewhere where nobody did any fighting, nobody were hungry, and there were plenty for everybody. My little bit of it would be just to be left alone with a big pile of rusty steam engines and enough iron plate for mend them, like, sort of thing. It would be quite wonderful, that, because you wouldn't have to worry about where your next dinner were going to come from, and you could just get on with, mending these ancient relics forever.
He just wants his steam engines and his chimneys.
When I'm bored, I go drinking. And I think Alison thinks like it'll keep me out of the pub, which it will. Once I've got my teeth into it, it's no use going down the pub boozing because you never get the bloody job done. It'll never be done. You think, I'll go for a pint and get with the lads and, sod the bloody holes. Who the hell wants to go back working a ratchet drilling 50 holes through inch-thick bloody iron, Mind you, when you have had a pint or two, it takes the pain out of it, it's not as hard. If you get all told out right first when you're sober, and then, I think really a lot of there were a lot of that went on in the olden days when the work were really hard and strenuous, Now that I know how to do it, it's like you've served your apprenticeship in a way. You're not scratching your bloody head all the time. How the hell can I work this one out? And it'd be easy if you had a pot full of gold, just to say, I'll go and see such a body at such a big engineering works. But you see, if you've not got a pot of gold, you've got to fathom some way out that you can do it the bloody primitive Victorian way, the hard way like they did it. I rather think that I should have been born 100 years ago because, everything they made, everybody says, the bad old days, and all that. But you look at the material that them people produced and built and made, that even though they only got 25 bob a week and 18 and 6, the end product, there's no man could have made such wonderful stuff if he were like sick and tired, that's the greater trouble today, isn't it? Everybody's sick with uninterest and boredom and sort of there's nothing going on, everything then were a challenge, and if you were a bit of a dropout, even then I suppose you could have dropped out and gone in the bloody gin palaces that there were on every corner and sort of not involve yourself in how they did the work. Like the beautiful bloody, them mills, the cotton mills, the dark satanic mills, which sort of everybody says, they're bloody ugly, You go and look at the multi-storey car park downtown. And look at that! That is a million times more ugly than the most, than the humblest cotton mill. And some of the most beautiful ones are magnificent, and they thump them down in this town like bloody skittles, they, like all the present day railroad.
It's a nice engine, though.
They've all managed to compile books about the suffering of their ancestors.
I wonder what happens to that when he died.
They worked in sheds with dirt floors and sort of taskers in Hanover. They still knocked the rivets in by hand in 1917 and I've got like picture books in my house of all the lads lined up to have the fortitude with hammers over the shoulders and looking gaunt and white and big tashes and sort of union shirts on.
Now they got electric
They
ratchets.
made these things by hand, you know, in a
multi-colored,
less than one
multi-angle
eyeball,
ratchets.
you know, they
It's
have
so much more easier
practically no machinery at all. Everything were hard, you know, if you've done it in this day and age, like I have, in practically the same way as them men did it, you appreciate what they had to bloody do every day, you know, and why they looked old and died before their time.
now. They're all like died at like 47 because they were working so damn hard. Here you go with the steamroller again.
With the coming of brighter days, Fred left his labours behind and steamed off for weekends with the family.
Oh, he took his family out on the steamroller. That's nice. And that's like better for the environment because it's steam burning and not like you know, gas. I mean, wouldn't that be like a steam? Yeah, steam is better for the environment. I'm pretty sure it is. So it's not like any like greenhouse gases or anything like that. It's just like just water vapor. He was really a local celebrity. That's the fun part. He was really a local celebrity.
Wherever he went, Fred was on the lookout for parts for his new engine. Few weeks passed without a visit to the scrapyard.
Why don't you get the drains mended?
Well, there is one. It's under there.
Is it deep?
No, it's not deep. What do you want me to do? Carry you across?
You know.
Yeah.
I forgot that everybody and their grandma was smoking cigarettes during this time.
Hey, when you shifting that fly,
Oh, let's see if anybody's broke. We've got a little steam engine and but the flywheel's ugly.
you know, what is that a new
Oh,
one?
it's a new one. We've got it out of the mill and all. It's a nicer one that than the one we've got. So, but it's about the same size. So I'll do you a swap. I'll swap you that one. Oh, aye, yeah, it's got a thicker rim.
I'll give us a couple of quid in between those.
Bugger it off.
Oh, yeah, You can't just...
What about the haulage job?
Ah, but what about storage job? I've stored it
Oh,
here.
yeah. It's been here for about 12 months now.
Ah, well, it's taking space up and that
Yeah. Well, anyway, we'll
I
see.
remember going to the junkyard with my granddad to get stuff for my car and stuff.
Drill work. Hang on.
What sort of drill is that?
A big one. I think it's a You don't know. Oh, it's for... No, we haven't got a machine big enough to turn that round. Half a lathe, though.
You need to steam tractor.
Yeah. You're not be getting any lathes, you know, in the near future.
Like you know that, don't you? It can be an itch, I
What else?
Let's have a look down here. You never know. What about one of them?
I might see down with it, bash them.
Fred also found some useful things in less likely places.
She'll be all right, that now.
Well, what do you think about it?
Well, when we know we've got that big pot on,
Yeah.
she'll be able to send smoke signals down to Bolton, down to his shop. I don't think you'll have any more bother with it, you know.
So we've solved the problem.
Yeah, I think you put plenty of paper in, fire hole and strike a match and see what happens, you know.
We'll try it and see.
If it fills parlour up with smoke, we know we've failed again, like, you know. I think it'll be all right.
Listen, Fred, at my dry cleaning business, I got an old steam boiler, which I'm going to scrap.
Yeah.
Is it any interest to you?
Oh, I don't give it them men, like, you know, they'll only put the burner through it, you know. If we'll come down and have a look at it and sort of, what sort is it like, you know?
It's a cross-tube vertical boiler.
Well, we're just what we need, you see.
Okay,
yes.
have a look at it.
Yeah.
And if it's any interest, you can have it. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'll have to scrap it.
We'll come and have a look. Don't worry, we'll come.
See, when you do good things for people, they do good things for you. Can't remember the last time I used the actual wrench. Because I always use ratchets every time I work on my
Let you
car. I
know
use
verdicts
ratchets
in a
every
minute
time.
or two.
Like the ratchet is so much better for me.
A bit of a steam leak somewhere. No. Don't drop it. Soon let you know whether it's any good or not, you know.
Make sure there's no structural integrity problems in there.
It don't look so bad, like, you know. Can we have it for doing your chimney?
Yeah, you can have it.
Yeah, very good. Because you see, it'll drive out a new steam engine, you know, a stationary one, instead of using our steamroller.
Okay.
And we'll fix it up, get it shifted, you know, out at road. I don't know when that'll be, but we'll shift it.
Just projects on projects on projects. Another day, another roof.
Church jobs are coming very handy, you know. They've not got a lot of money, like, but, you know, it makes a break from slogging your guts out up top of a big factory chimney. My first big break on steeplejacking came on a church, you know, like the canon of Bolton, like he took a shine to me sort of thing, and entrusted me to mend his church tower. And like, I never looked back after that as far as vicars were concerned, you know.
It would be kind of cool
Some
to
of
just
these vicars, you know,
rappel down
getting
the
a bit
church
of an off
ceiling.
sometimes. like, where are you? When are you going to come? You know, you've had the job for 18 months, sort of thing, and but it doesn't work that way. I mean, they're speaking from the comfort and warmth of the vestry or the you know, the vicarage, and don't seem to realise like it rains and it snows and blows and you can't get on with the damn thing.
I had to plug my computer in, so if it sounds kind of loud at all, I apologize in advance.
Quite a lot of them say, send you letters, you know, dear Mr. Dibner, like, you know, if you feel as though you can't get round to doing our job, you know, we'll get somebody else, like, sort of thing. But nearly always they end up, you know, with a bit of a clangor, you know, I think they'd be better waiting and biding their time a bit, you know. I mean, what's the point if your church spire's been raining in for 20 years, and because the pigeon muck's built up so much in the bell room and blocked all the bloody holes up where the water runs out, nobody's ever bothered shoveling that up, like, they think it's just started. And really, the rot's been in for donkey's years, but nobody's ever bothered, you know. And so, you know, they seem to think like you're there at home with your hammer in your hand and all your ladders just waiting for them to bring you up.
It's like,
no, we're here. We'll, finish the job and make them happy, and prepare for the phone ringing from some other irate vicar somewhere else.
yeah, nobody's even paying attention to that stuff up there, so obviously it's not gonna get checked.
Big gaping nicks that shipping gallons of water. All that cast iron, it's not so safe. I don't really like being here.
This big iron ring round this clock face is rather loose, sort of really, it's only poverty and rust that's holding the damn thing up here,
Damn.
And it could very easily turn like a wedding into a funeral, or if it didn't, the bride would end up with 2 rings, like, wedding ring and a big cast iron.
There's a bit of slack, Donald. Eh? Oh, yeah. Things are bad. That bloody clock face, I could pull it off if I wanted. Yeah. You any cigs? There's some big nicks, no wonder it's raining in.
It's right over the door.
Yeah, but all that big load of cast iron, I can shake it about, sort of something should
Right
be
on
done
the
with
main
that,
entrance.
yeah. Well, it's like a lot of copper hooks making them up,
Lamp it,
about 18-inch centres all the way around it. And then at least it won't drop down and kill nobody, will it, which that's what could happen at present.
Good wind gusts might knock that thing off.
I wonder if they've any money.
So, week by week, work on the traction engine progressed. Fred worked in his shed every night. He was seldom seen out of his boiler suit, and never without his cap.
Oh, I rather like my oily cap, it has a smell all of its own, and sort of, it has been said, like, I've been in various pubs, and people have said to me, what's the flashpoint of your cap, Sort of, I don't bloody know, I know that when I'm doing a bit of blacksmithing, occasionally I take it off, and I get hold of some hot iron, and it sets on fire, like so much oil in it. Which has happened on more than one occasion. But if I go on my holidays out and I haven't got my cap, I feel as though somebody's shaved all top of my head, like. I think it's really a replacement for her. There's no doubt about it. There's something about it. On I think about 2 or 3 occasions, I've been so inebriated after days.
He got his wife's name on it.
Iron that I've actually ended up in bed with it on, and sort of, frequently sit on the toilet with the thing on. To me, it's just something to stop rain going on top of your head. I like caps. Mark Phillips wears a cap, doesn't he? Why should I not bloody wear one?
Another chimney. Well, thank you for watching. I'm glad you guys really enjoyed that first episode. You guys really showed a lot of love to that first episode. You kind of surprised me. I was just like, wow, I didn't think you would get that many views. But thank you so much. Leave a like if you enjoy. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Don't forget to turn on my posts. Do not forget to turn that bell on, that notification bell on. Thank you. Please be safe. Stay on the grind. I'm out. Peace.